In a little bit, and we are live, guys. I know it's a little bit earlier, but me and Clyve were in here talking, so we figured we'd go ahead and start the live stream now. This is where we kind of in here BSing. How you doing today, Clyve?
Oh, pretty good. I'm kind of thinking, if we're going to sit here and talk to each other about watches, shouldn't the camera be on?
Yeah, we could, but I'm just kind of BSing
Well,
right
that's
now.
not BSing on camera though, and also at my age, fishing early is not as embarrassing as or starting early. Well, never mind. Forget it.
I hear you. I hear you. What you wearing today? Watch wise.
Actually, I pulled out my little 1016 Homo Age that was made for me by a local watchsmith. The funny part is that basically kind of Seiko based, but I told him what I wanted, and he actually did a hell of a good job piecing it together. And nice little dial. There's something about an Explorer dial with naked loom. Yes, please. May I have another?
Nice. I'm wearing that. I think you just watched my unboxing I did today. Spinnaker actually was kind enough. They sent in a piece for the channel that let me keep it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or do a giveaway or wear it for a while. I'm not sure yet, but it's a pretty decent little watch.
Nice
for what it is.
Well, so far over quarter of a million to 350,000 people in my area without power. So I am exceedingly grateful that I have power to the internet.
Yeah, you're definitely lucky there.
Yeah, and I also made a quick grocery store run before Monday evening before it started getting really bad, even though I damn near slipped on my ass in the parking lot.
Man, that sucks. And we got Slats Man in the comments. Hoping you get better, man. He just said he's been diagnosed with coronavirus. He's not feeling too great. What's going on, Rick?
Dude, Rick. Wait, was that Rick on? Wait, who got
no, Slats Man, not Rick. Slats Man is hopefully you get better, man.
Good. Well, yeah. So nothing to mess around with.
No, yeah, definitely not. Definitely not. No real topping today. Just kind of figured we'd get on and kind of BS for a little bit.
Well, I was talking about something a little bit earlier. It's one of the local hobros was like, I'm going to downsize a little bit. So he had some vintage, off-brand, oversized chronographs.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are quite nice. Well, they're all oversized. They're all in good condition. And some of them had JB Champion bracelets. So I got to get a cred for that. That's one of the things I really need to start looking at for you, putting on some of my older pieces. But so how much you wanting for him? And he's like, a couple I'll take 1,500 for, a couple I'll take 2,000. I'm like, okay, I know they've got JB Champion bracelets on them, but holy mother of God, we're not talking about like old Breitlings or Universal Genève or anything that maybe like a Tissot, and the Tissot is probably the least visually appealing of the lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking, okay, is he a schmuck? Did he get screwed when is he trying to cash out in a major way, or has just vintage chronograph started going? Then again, I've heard that a couple of years ago. That's one of the things that Christian from Theo and Harris was saying is that vintage chronographs are even if they're interesting, they're going to start going up in value because vintage items, they quit making them as a general rule a very long time ago.
Mm-hmm. You get that picture of the vintage Timex I sent you?
Yeah, I did.
It's not a bad little watch. It looks like it's in decent condition. A viewer had reached out and offered to send it in so I can compare it to my new one. Mm-hmm. And I was going to try to get a hold of I got a hold of John from Watchgauge the other day to see if he's got one the Falcons in stock. I was going to see if he could loan me out one of those, maybe do like a 3-way review there or whatever comparison to like the old versus new.
Oh yeah, and vintage, of course. young Max Levinson, over high school student, over little super kid. God, the kid's got so much. He is on the ball so much that it's astounding. Just the raw native intelligence of him.
Mm-hmm.
But his grandfather, he comes from a very successful family. Basically, everyone in the family is a doctor or a lawyer.
Okay.
And it started out with the grandpa being a pawnbroker in Brooklyn, and his grandfather said, if you see a Timex on the ground, don't bother picking it up. Like, wow, that is harsh.
Yeah. I kind of like a lot of the older Timexes.
Well, and I actually had an old Timex diver that was blessed by the patina gods.
Nice.
Oh, it was the most beautiful looking aged dial. And literally, so my old watchsmith, I was standing around like his exhibition, he's showing it to me, and we're a cluster of older guys are also standing around. We're all looking at it together. And I said, "Why did God waste this patina on a freaking Timex?" And everyone around me slowly shook their heads in agreement. But if you like time, of course, modern Timex, that's a hell of a nice little watch for the money.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of good things with their lineup too. I don't know if you saw Teddy's video the other. I think he just did yesterday of the Navy Harbor.
Was Courtney on with him?
No, she wasn't.
No, then I didn't watch. No.
Yeah, but yeah, he did a video on the new Navy Harbor. That actually looks pretty decent for the money too. What are they, like a couple $100, I think?
Yep. Well, and actually, the modern Timex Q is a hell of a watch for the money as well.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I have. I wear that all the time. The Pepsi.
Yep. Everyone's got the Pepsi.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, though, they just, it's just like they release them in batches. They get probably at like 4 or 5, they probably get a few hundred ready and say, okay, we're selling them. Then they sell out.
Mm-hmm.
In the first couple of times, they went straight to eBay. And of course, some poor bastards are paying double MSRP.
Yeah.
Months later, when Timex sent an email and said, "Oh, we've got more Pepsis."
Mm-hmm. Just got to be patient with that stuff. Don't worry about the what is it, fear of missing out. That's what a lot of people worry about.
Or horror of missing out.
Yeah, I gotcha. Got average Joe watch reviews on here. What's going on, buddy? But yeah, that's the one thing. And then now Timex, it seems like every other month is coming out with like a different version of the Q now.
Yeah.
Like I saw, what do they have, a Snoopy one now also?
Yep, Snoopy, and then they had that's fine. Any watchmaker would do that though.
Mm-hmm. Which is cool. At least they're not making them like limited editions and everything.
Well, and there's a lot of people that are kind of miffed at that because the long-term collectors almost like are mad that they're not being cuntier like the Swiss.
Yeah, and it's one of those ones you can kind of, if you're into them, you can kind of collect all of them, and they're not overly expensive either.
Sure. But once
you won't have a lot of money in it.
Yeah, but it still adds up though after a while.
Yeah, that it does.
Now, actually, my local AD said, "Hey, we've got the limited edition vintage blue Super Ocean Heritage with all the colors."
Okay.
No, and I don't know how many of those they made. I think the first edition with the black dial, they only made 500.
Is that all? Is that the one that Mark has?
He had the black one, which is super low. This one, the blue one, I think they made 1,000. I think.
Okay.
So at least they sold out of the first one so quickly. Brighton's like, Of course they pulled. Who's the worst for that? Is it Panerai or is it Seiko?
I don't know. I'd have to say probably Seiko, just because of all the ones that they come out with recently.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the Breitling Bronzo, where it's like, oh, it's so super special and it's so limited, and we're only selling it this many of them. And a year later, they do the same thing and they just change the dial color. This one too is also very. It's like, screw you guys.
Man, yeah.
Everyone is taking a page out of Omega's playbook.
Mm-hmm. And like Seiko's limited editions aren't really limited either, because a lot of them are like what, like 9,000 and something of them, stuff like that.
Right. But so, and it's a hell of a nice little. It's a hell of a nice little watch. On the other hand, I think it's $5. I might be able to join this, spend $50 to get this little card, and get so much of a discount, get it for $4. But I'm thinking it's a nice watch, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like enough. I don't know if I $4,000 worth of like it.
Yeah, of course, I'm saving up for. It's probably going to be a rebuy for me. Is the older version that I had, the blue dial with the mesh. Yeah. That's the one I'm currently eyeballing right now. It'll be a little while before I get one though.
Yep. So how are they doing on the secondary market?
I've seen them for right around like 2,900, 2,800, somewhere around there. So I mean, they kind of tank a good bit. So maybe it might be one of those things you might be better off just to wait. Once they've been out for a little while, pick one up.
True. Now, on the other hand, my 806, I haven't even looked for secondary value. I mean, see what they're going for, because I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
And if you get it, you definitely got to go for the mesh bracelet. Those are nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably get like the blue. I've seen the straps. They have the straps on the Breitling website. They're only like $75, so you can kind of dress it down with those too.
True, but on the other hand, I had combat straps do my vintage embossed leather strap, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of Breitling, I actually do like their new what are those new chronos they just came out with, the sport ones?
Crap.
They had like an orange one and a yellow one. I'm talking about all the different colors.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not coming to mind offhand. I'll have
No, I hadn't seen that. Rick, did you see that? Clyve, the 81. Rick's asking if anyone saw the 10-piece limited edition Kudoki 2 green dial yesterday.
No, I'm gonna have to look it up. Because
12,000. He said it was gone in 3 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, on the other hand, yeah. Kudoki 2, Grunewald, special edition. So even Kudoki is getting into the act. Well, a splash of yeah, I like that. It's just amazing how a dial change could just make it. I thought the normal Kudoki 2 was good. I think it's like, was it 8 or 9 or something like that?
I've actually never experienced those before. Have you tried one on before?
I'm in the Flyver state, son. Hell no.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Back in the 80s, Hoyt Axton claimed that Oklahoma was the cultural center of the universe, but we didn't believe him back then. But that green dial does, that does make a big difference. One of the things, and I've been drawn at one couple times. I came really close to pulling the dial on the Kudoki 1. They're just a little bit too sterile, though.
Okay.
Now I know if they dress them up too much, then it's almost going Breguet-ish. But that green dial, okay, 9,000.
Yeah.
And 77 something for the Kudoki 1, which doesn't have the day-night indicator.
Whew. Now they're an independent brand, right?
Yeah, of course, Kudoki. He's on the verge of being admitted into the ACHI, the top tier Swiss independent watchmakers group. Nice. Yeah, and that coming up with this Kudoki 1 movement.
Now, does Bill have one of those?
No, but he's always. I mean, it's just one of those ones he's always been looking at, kind of eyeballing it, just wondering.
Because I know he collects a lot of the independents too, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Well, his thing is basically his thing is high horology on a budget, and I think for that kind of price, Kodoki does too. No, if Kodoki kind of gets let into the club, yeah, Kodoki's on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and especially if Kodoki gets let into the club at the value of his watches, it'd be like getting one of the first FP Jorns, for instance.
Okay.
People start.
You there? I think we're losing the sound there, Clyve.
I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. That's to say.
Then again, God, I hope not, because I'd hate to be like my buddy, because yesterday he's like, oh, damn it, my internet's out, but I've got my power on. I'll be fine. Yeah.
Jason saying he's never heard of the brand. I've heard of Kodoki before. I've never really looked too much into it myself.
Well, yeah. Great timepieces, yeah, great design, and no, I think he may have had a little help. He may have gotten a few parts from Breitling, or not Breitling, sorry, Hobring, but it's his own movement.
And that is one brand I have actually seen in person, Hobring. I stopped at their boutique they have up there in Philly.
Oh, really?
One guy owns, yeah, and they are definitely ones you got to see in person. They are gorgeous watches, and that may be one eventually to get into my collection at some point, way down the road.
Yeah, I think so. But there's certain ones. If you when the brand is just first starting out, it's obviously the best time to get on it. Otherwise, if you wait till everyone else discovers it, if you follow the herd, you're gonna,
True.
You're gonna do nothing but eat dust and smell.
Because right now they're kind of along the lines of like El Primero money wise, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was looking at them whenever I was looking at my El Primero. And then Rick's same movement's Hobring, but heavily modified and finished, hand finished.
See, Rick, my understanding is that he may have got some parts from Hobring, but that's his own movement.
Okay.
And yeah. Now we can both go to the internet and start researching it, but
yeah.
I deal with the public, so I can't avoid contact. Yeah.
Yeah.
And about almost 2 months ago, of course, I got my little contact. Well, I was exposed to it, so exposed to the virus.
That sucks.
It does. It really does.
Because I was out of work, if you remember, earlier this year for like 2 weeks, because one of the girls that I work with came in knowing it. I'm pretty sure she knew she had it. And she exposed almost the whole night crew to it. And pretty much about half the night crew was out of work for about 2 weeks.
Did she get fired?
No.
She should have. Or it's one of those things, knowing and proving are two different things.
Yeah.
No, I mean, as it stands right now, according to our court rules, that if you've been exposed to it, and you've been exposed to it, or you are just experiencing flu-like symptoms, thou shalt not come in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
That is an automatic. I mean, and sometimes, it would be completely wrong to take advantage of that. But what I'm thinking about that. Said, if more people knew about that. See, right now, if there's a huge hearing or something, I'm surprised I don't have all sorts of clients calling me,
yeah,
pretending to be sick, like to get off work.
Yeah, and that's the thing about our work too. They have the thing where they're like, yeah, if you have any of the symptoms at all, just stay home.
Yeah. Well, that's good. And Slatsman, I hope you just have a mild case of it. I hope you're like the 50% that gets a sore throat and a backache, and that's about it.
Yeah, my employer was pretty good too. Mine was 2 weeks paid as well, so they were pretty good about that.
Well, that means your employer is not and to me it's smart, because if the entire place gets it, you're shut down.
Yeah.
Or if you're designated a hotspot, they'll shut you down.
Yep.
Oh, hey, do you want Blue Shirt Buddha to join us?
Yeah. Send me the link if you want.
I will send him the link.
All right, cool. But yeah, that's crazy though. Like I said, and pretty much half the night crew was out, and hopefully Slatsman, like you said, hopefully he's got the mild symptoms of it. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy.
I hope so, and again, right here, our freaking, we were actually hearing last week that we have no ICU beds.
Oh,
yeah, and it's like this. They're saying it's like it's ramping up. We are not turning a corner most days.
Yeah.
Now, if you're here's what sucks about this though. It's literally you could do everything right. You could quarantine. You could even basically shut everything down, and that's fine. It passes. Well, okay, great. Opening back up, but all it takes is one dumbass driving in from another state.
Mm-hmm. And I've seen a thing where West Virginia's governor was playing in Myrtle Beach for their rising cases. It's like, well, all you idiots, I mean, I hate to say it, but all you idiots come down here on vacation, spread the beach, populate the beaches, and go out and about and act like nothing's wrong. And what do you expect? You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's just like stupidity. Yeah, it's just stupidity. I mean, well, and it's COVID fatigue. Everyone's tired of this. Everyone wants life to get back to normal, but not for a while.
No.
Not till they get the damn vaccine out.
Yep. Definitely.
Now, what I'm hearing is watch prices. I wonder if we get back to normal, will watch prices start getting sane again?
I don't know. I think there's too many guys and girls now too that think they're like a professional part-time watch trader now. You know,
Watch Trading Academy.
Yeah.
You take our $500 course, start with $1,000, and within 60 days you'll be making $20,000 a month.
Which is BS, I call, because only a few people are able to be lucky enough to do that. Like, I hadn't really had any real expensive watches in myself, but I've been lucky to break even a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like on what I sell. Believe it or not, I've had better luck selling micro brands than the regular brands. For some reason, people love the micro brands. Like, I usually don't lose a lot of money on micros whenever I do sell them.
Well, that's because they're probably fairly priced in the first place.
Yeah.
Bubble or the new? Yeah. That's I hope it's a bubble.
Yeah. Like I said, I think part of the problem is you got too many Johnny-come-latelys in the hobby that just think they're like part-time watch traders now.
Yeah, and I was talking about that as well, because, and if you, of course, on the other hand, it was at least a couple of years ago, end of 2017 or early 2018, I had Jake Ehrlich on my show, and basically on my channel, he basically said this is the new Rolex reality.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy, like I said, and a lot of the people I don't even think are really into watches. Even, they just do it just to make the money.
Yep. And what sucks is if you're tired of one, you almost are willing to turn over equity and just have someone consign it for you, just because you don't want to deal with the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to deal with all these. You've got the local watch traders that think I'm a wheeler dealer, or even the outfits who basically, I think there's a couple of outfits in like Florida, and basically all they do is they just scan for sell listings for Rolex, and they just call you and just say, hey, send it over when we'll think about this, or we'll talk about this.
What's going on, Bruce?
Not much, Chris. Good evening. What's up, Rancher?
Oh, bored as hell.
They're going to open up the courts tomorrow?
Won't know until, I think so.
That's a good one there. Underachieving watch collector.
Good one, underachieving. Well fisted.
Yeah, I think so. But the trouble is that right now the roads are so wet, and it's warming up to above freezing, then the night comes and the roads get slick again.
We're
Right.
about to dip down to the 40s here, I think, this coming Monday here at the beach. How is it up in New York up your way, Bruce?
It was in the 50s today, but I think it's going to get into the 40s tomorrow.
Okay.
We're going to get hit with the rain from that hurricane.
Slatsman is asking, what do you guys think of the new bronze bezel Super Ocean?
What is the temperature?
The current temperature in Oklahoma City is 35 degrees.
Whew.
How come I'm the coldest one? How the fuck does this work? I think I'm the furthest south, for Christ's sake.
You're definitely further south than I am.
It's
Yeah.
75 here.
Man, it's got penises on the beach.
What's going on, Thomas? Got Thomas in the
Hey,
chat
Thomas.
there. But Slatsman was asking, what do you guys think of the bronze bezel Super Ocean that just came out?
I didn't see that yet.
No, I haven't, but we'll definitely take a look at it. Hello, Thomas.
What's going on, bud?
Okay, now Thomas. Well, okay, Blue Shirt. While we're here,
Yes, sir.
do you want to conspire?
Sure. You want to do a Rebel Wilson stream?
No. This is better yet. Better yet than a Rebel Wilson stream.
Hmm.
I said no. You know what's really infuriating?
What's that?
Hang out in the comments and we don't go on. That's what pisses him off. Hey, you gonna come on? Nah, I'm good.
I think people should start going on as the fake dog trainer again. That's pretty funny.
Well, okay. Also,
He gets so excited.
he's starting to get. I'll have to change the avatar.
You're gonna have to, because he knows every time that you put that picture of Mark on that it's not him.
Let's just go on Mark's Facebook, lift up another random photo to the desktop, and just use that.
Thomas is asking you a good question, Chris.
All right, he's saying, what are my first impressions of the Vario watch? The Vario is actually really nice looking watch. Now, is it one that I would probably wear all the time? No, because I don't dress up or anything. Like, I would consider it more of a dressy style watch, kind of like an Art Deco, like 20s, 30s kind of vibe is what it gives me.
Yeah,
and overall, it's a good looking watch.
He says it looks like a Longines tuxedo.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. I think I was talking with Chris before we went on, and I thought it reminded me of a tuxedo dial as well. I think a tuxedo dial Datejust. If I ran across 136 or not, I'd probably have to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah,
and these ones, I think the Varios, how much I got to do more research. Of course, I just got it in. How much are the Vario? I think they're only like $400.
Yeah. What kind of movement's in it again?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up too, because like I said, I just got it in, so I'm gonna have to do a little more research before I actually do the review.
I'm looking forward to on November 11th. They're releasing a 1918 trench watch.
Vario?
Vario. I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
On a bun strap.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like, actually? Have you guys seen the new Handheart chrono?
No, I haven't.
It's one similar to the one that Steve McQueen actually wore, and it's actually a decent looking watch.
Oh, cool.
I should be. The trouble is, there's something I look at it and I just think Steinhardt. You know what I mean? It's just like.
But because the name little
right,
similar,
but it's not. It's Handheart.
I know,
but I know what you're saying though.
I'm looking for this. I'm looking for the stupid Vario, but every watch I see sold out.
Jason's asking us, what do you guys think about a men's live review he did a few nights ago? I actually missed that.
Yeah, I missed that too.
Then Thomas is saying the Vario trench watch looks great.
Yeah,
they do pretty good work. They sent me in some straps too. I believe it's the same company. They sent me in some straps, and their straps are pretty well made. I put them up there with like Wrist Candy Watch Club or somewhere like that. Not quite like Mora level, but you know, the Moras are real nice.
Okay. World War I trench coat. Okay, 13 days, 14. All right, come on. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, and they have a whole bunch of different dial colors and executions. It's pretty cool.
Cathedral
I,
hand.
I personally like the one with the white dial and the Fotina numerals and the cathedral hands. It's really cool.
Okay, but that's basically that's basically my Sigma Core watch.
Right.
But yeah, they're definitely good quality watches. From my first impressions, they look like they're well made.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they're based out of Singapore too, right? I believe.
That I'm not sure.
So
but
how much?
probably.
So how much does this Stents watch sell for?
I'm not sure, but I think it's around the $400 mark,
So I'd guess Miyota movement.
something like that. Yeah,
Probably Miyota or
an
NH, probably.
NH35. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's called a cream dial. So you want the cream, right?
Yeah, with the Fotina
Orange lume, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Features. Here we go. Scratch and shatterproof double dome sapphire. Okay. All right. None. Okay. Shows a trench watch, then basically someone wearing I guess presumably a World War I soldier, but it's like no idea whose helmet that is because it's not French nor is it British.
Mm.
Time flies, but memories last forever. Okay. Oh, okay. Screw down crown, real wire lugs. Yeah, it's good lume on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got killer lume.
As long as it's not a freaking a nice Bund strap.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. The 1918 Medic.
Yeah, there's another variation. I'm digging it. I'm.
Case back.
I think it comes out on November 11th.
Okay.
You know what the significance of November 11th is, right?
Yes.
Oh, Miyota movement. Yeah, it's Veterinarians Day.
JCB, what's up, man?
How's it going, bud? But yeah, like I said, they're not overall. I like them.
Actually, that's an honest little watch for the money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about a lot of micro brands that people don't like. They don't. A lot of people stray away from them, but I like the micro brands because they kind of throw their own touch. And a lot of times with the movements, if you get the movement, if the micro brand goes out of, if they become defunct or whatever, you can always get the movement serviced because they all use pretty much the same.
Now, quick question though: trench watches normally have either protective case that folds over the front of the watch,
right, and then a grill over the top, but not always, but many times they did.
Usually, sometimes an officer's case back. So,
yeah. Hey, Clam. Yeah, but in the same vein, I'm digging the Mitchell's Raider that I got.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a cool watch. It's got killer lume. Love the hands. Love the numerals. Love the coin edge bezel. And it's keeping pretty good time. It's after what I got it on Sunday. I think it's lost maybe like 2 seconds, so it's not bad.
That one actually kind of when you first showed it the other day, that kind of reminded me a little bit of a hand heart in a way too.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the question: do you think these enthusiasts or micro brands are gaining wider acceptability, or with collectors?
I think they are. I feel like they are. What about you, Bruce?
Yeah, I mean, well, there certainly seems to be more and more and more of them coming on the scene. The quality seems to be getting better and better. And if you want to, play around with different watches and don't want to spend a fortune, it's a nice alternative.
Right.
And I know actually a lot of guys that go from like mainstream to micros now.
Mm-hmm.
Like my buddy Ross, he was with ECJ Lux for years. Now he's out on his own doing the micros.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I wanted a pilot style watch, but I didn't want to, have to pony up for an IWC or a Zenith, or I wanted to see what it was like and experience it. So with this Mitchell Raider, I get to do that.
I might have to pull out the phony Flieger though. From multiple watches, I think that is still.
Yep, that's cool, and that you have a Unitas movement in it, so that's an added bonus.
Well, yeah, and Unitas move, an added movement, and accuracy on thing is phenomenal.
Yeah, you were saying that's things like dead on.
And where is the Wilson based out of, Clyve?
North Carolina, I think.
Okay, so not far from me then.
Where are you?
South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah, you got those little pissant tiny states over there. Yeah.
Yep, good old dirty Myrtle. That's what we call it.
Oh, okay. Now, if you want to, I'll give you the guys like Rolex, vintage Rolex King or something like that, or Rolex King. And the guy hates Archie with a passion. And he also has a lot of other good attributes. But that guy is all about vintage Rolex. You might want to ask him about your date.
Okay.
And I actually think he's in Myrtle Beach.
Is he?
Yeah, you might be able to hook up with him.
Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, he's got he's got a hell of a nice little vintage Rolex collection. Of course, for him, there's nothing but vintage Rolex.
Right.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
End of story.
Which I don't agree with. But on the other hand, he gives Archie an unlimited amount of shit over 5 girl-sized Pateks. I really agree with.
Thomas is asking me what I think about the Cow watch. I
saw the unboxing this morning.
It's definitely an homage. You can tell it takes cue from you remember the Globetrotter I had a while back, the Arnold and Son? It definitely takes the cue from that, but they kind of throw their own twist on it. And again, that's a micro brand where if you don't want to spend $17,000 on the Globetrotter, you can spend $300 or $400 on the Cow and pretty much have the same look.
Yep. Now, did you check out Fed's video earlier today about watches to buy now?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
So the Ming watch was one. What were the other ones?
Crap, you asked me too quick. I do remember the Ming.
What were the other ones?
I was just saying you asked me too quick. I couldn't quite remember.
Yeah, I don't remember now either. I know the Ming was one of them.
Yeah, and I've looked at Ming. Ming is such a great design, though. The funny thing is I've also been watching. I'm just bored. God damn, I'm so bored. I'm so bored I could cry. I'm even getting tired of. Never mind. But a couple of videos they're talking about flags. And a couple of videos where the people that really are experts in flags, they basically determined that most U.S. states have really, really shitty flags.
Rick is saying Moser was one of the brands.
Yeah, Moser was one, and then there was I don't know, it was a Finnish watchmaker, I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, how can I forget Moser?
Was the third one?
Gorilla brand is great. Gorilla.
Yeah, I've had one of those in. They're pretty cool.
Well, the owner worked for Audemars Piguet. Nice, interesting. I
like the they have a limited edition, which I don't know if they can get now, but they had the golf colors, the GULF, the racing team.
Yep.
But yeah, they had one of those limited editions I'd like to pick up sometime.
Nice.
I noticed what's his name, Salman Darren or whatever on YouTube. He's sponsored by them, so he pushes them a lot.
Okay, let me reset the button on my sous vide real quick.
Rick is saying Sarah Paneva. Is that
yep.
It?
That was it. Yeah,
no, it's the Bjork of watches. Now here's the philosophical problem I've got. Assuming everything goes the way we want, we're able to taunt Archie on the live stream. Should I even bother hydrating this evening?
Well, I think that's always good, to have that in reserve should you need to deploy that. It is, cutting edge social channel commentary.
And then Slatsman is saying they just made a Golf Wandering Hours edition. I'll have to look into that.
Oh yeah, that sounds interesting.
If you're looking for like a wild card watch to kind of add into the collection, definitely Gorilla would be one.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see the Golf Edition Hoyer Monaco, Chris?
Yeah, I did. I tried on the Monaco, and that used to be a watch that I really wanted way back when. And then when I tried it on, it didn't do anything for me. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
It's a great looking watch.
I liked it. I enjoyed the time I had with mine.
Maybe you're not a golfer.
Well, I didn't have the golf version. I had the regular blue dial Steve McQueen.
Uh-huh.
Now, someone actually, I think someone on the live stream said, "Hey, if you're interested in Gorilla, he's got some sort of hookup," and I'm trying to remember who the hell it was.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
I know ECG Lux, the AD I work with. I know they sell them. That's who lent me the white one I had in a while back, or at least they used to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Ross might still work with him. I think. I'm not sure.
Brew has some cool looking watches.
Yeah, I do like the looks of those too.
But the thing is though, but I think if you look at what they're talking about, good principles of flag design, I also think it kind of applies to watches.
Mm-hmm. They got kind of like the clean aesthetics kind of look that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And what are they? Are they mecha quartz?
All right.
That I'm not sure.
Powered by the Seiko mecha quartz, I think.
Could be.
Design thinking, collection, explore, accessories, explore.
Thomas, the same brew, does some great chronographs.
Right. Well, then they might be mecha quartz then.
Mecha quartz.
Mecha quartz.
What movie did they fight Godzilla?
Or Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, no, that was a sequel.
The new brew is automatic, design is saying. Okay.
Okay.
They just released an auto clam is saying. Got it. Okay.
Speaking of micros, there's one that I'm interested to check out. Have you seen the new Helios that's coming out?
No.
I've seen whatchamacallit, Mark, is it Mark over at Average Brothers? He just did a video today where he was talking about one of his travel rolls he's got, and he was showing the new prototype. It looks pretty cool.
Nice.
I don't know if you've ever watched Mark over at Average Brothers.
No, I can't say I have. There's so many channels out there now.
Yeah.
There is. Now, I've got... I've been kind of looking around trying to find another Gallet watch.
Okay.
And those things are... The modern... I'm trying to actually figure out how the modern ones fit into the vintage ones.
Mm-hmm.
Slatsman is saying another independent brand. He loves his Detroit Watch Company. Classic look and edit, most around $1,000. I have to look a little more into them.
Yeah.
And he bought one. The quality is good for the price.
Excellent. I have to check that out.
He's still... sorry, Clyve. Go ahead.
Oh, that's right. I've got everyone text me during a live stream, of course.
Well, of course. What do you think? They're going to text you when you're got nothing to do?
Which is most of the day. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I figured we go do one earlier because Amin does his live stream every Wednesday night, I believe. Tonight at 9 should be.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to catch a good live stream, he does good.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
He does. I try and catch it.
Now, do you know how far Gallet goes back to?
They're old brand, aren't they?
Take a wild guess.
1700. Nope. I don't know.
Nope.
1400s.
Fuck. How did you know that? Yeah, 1466.
Wow.
I've actually spoken with the. I think he's the CEO, the owner of the brand, a couple times. He's a pretty cool guy. He's in the Facebook groups.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, and of course, the Flight Officer, designed by Harry Truman, and of course, I had an Goulet Oval. I'm just trying to figure out how their modern ones tie into it. But I don't know if I should even say this. I actually think right now vintage Goulet chronographs are probably a hell of a good pickup.
Mm-hmm. Are they a Phoenix brand? Did they call it quits in the quartz crisis?
I think they took a 10-year break during the quartz crisis.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And they do a lot of racing chronographs, right?
Yeah.
Like racing is like automotive inspired.
Oh, okay. My sister's out in her car. She's apparently taking a survey of all the storm damage. I don't know if you've seen any footage, but
No.
crap.
Mm-mm.
It looks like the old. The trouble is, we had a mild summer, so the trees all had foliage.
Mm-hmm.
It's the trees. Leaves are still on the trees. When the foliage, but when the ice hit, so it didn't stick to the branches like it normally does, or the limbs like it normally does during the winter. Each leaf had like an inch of ice on it. So there's some like ones with old growth trees, neighborhoods that looked like a war zone, literally.
Underachieving.
Do you miss them at all?
If he asked me that one more time, just like if he asks Clyve, what's he looking at? What's the next watch he's going to get? What's on his radar? Yeah, I mean, sure. I love both of those watches. I loved, and I enjoyed my time with them. But now I have this,
There were stepping
piece.
stones to the piece you really wanted, right?
Yeah. And I love the Explorer, and I love the Explorer 2. They're both great watches. I can't recommend them enough to anybody.
Right. I'm going to look. I'm going to look on eBay real quick for Goulet. So, of course, literally, that is the worst place you can. Well,
eBay, yeah.
Literally one of the worst places you can look, because you're in competition with everybody else.
Right. I really like that Lejour chronograph you got. That's really cool. That's a good looking watch.
Yeah, and everything is based on condition.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
God, here's a really nice one with a Landeron from the late 50s. Wonder what size it is. 2-dial white, 2-register white dial.
Mm-hmm.
Trouble is, my eyes are going to shit.
Yeah, join the club.
Yep. Oh, 35 millimeter. Okay.
All right.
That's not bad.
No, that's doable.
Probably way bigger than it is too, or bigger than the specs.
Mm-hmm.
And
you still loving your Rolex, Chris?
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, giving it a little bit of a break now. I got the new watches, so I've been kind of wearing those for a little bit before I review them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've definitely been. It's a great daily driver. Believe it or not, it looks great on all kinds of different straps too. Like I've been throwing different natives. I need to get like a actual nice strap for it too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Made for maybe like a handmade one.
Yeah, nice Horween leather strap would do wonders for that watch.
But yeah, what's up, Clyve?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
You good?
Horween. That sounds like you're getting a. Never mind. Trick or treat.
Indeed.
Oh, I'd choose the trick. I would so choose the trick right now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
All right. But again, the trouble is that I'm looking. Of course, they still make watches, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell the connection is with the modern ones to the vintage ones, and so
Right.
I'm not really seeing a direct link though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, like Bruce, if they, if they're not like a Phoenix company like he was mentioning earlier.
They took a 10-year hiatus, but that, but they're still family operated today.
Thomas is asking me about the Spinnaker I just got in. They were kind enough to loan, send me a Spinnaker for free for the channel. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or, end up giving it away, or I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But so far I do like it. The only thing is the strap that where the buckle was, it got caught and I could not get it off for whatever reason. So I ended up having to cut it off. I get it on a NATO now, but it's overall that it hadn't really, killed the vibe for the watch. It's just a decent looking watch.
Yeah, I thought so.
For under $300, it's got a clean look, little diver.
Oh, I found a flying officer, but literally, it's from Italy, and B, they took the shittiest pictures known to mankind. I mean, there's not even one decent one in the.
That's 2 red flags right there. Bad pictures and from Italy.
Yeah. Now, if it's local, no. On the other hand, if it's local, that's actually a good sign because everyone else will be scared off. You meet them in person, and it could just be someone that's a dumbass that doesn't know how to take a picture.
True.
Yeah.
Galley flying officer, locally. Oh, $5,000. Okay. Well, I guess everyone's kind of caught on to Galley now. Great. Fucking great.
Yeah. Which they've been promoting in the Facebook groups a lot too, like the last couple of years.
Nothing stays under the radar forever.
No, welcome to the age of the internet.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have anything that you're looking at on the horizon, Chris?
Nothing really. Like I said, it'll probably be a little while before I get one, but I'm saving for the Super Ocean Heritage that I had.
Yep.
I'm probably going to be a rebuy because I do actually miss that one.
That was a cool watch, man. That was a cool watch.
Probably getting 42 this time over the 44.
Yeah, I've tried that on a couple of times, and that's especially on the shark mesh. That's a great watch.
What's going on, Flippin' Zippo?
Flippin', what's up, pal?
Yeah, that's
love that new avatar, man.
That's on the radar. What about you guys?
I'm out of the game for a while.
I can't blame you there with the bluesy.
Yeah. So.
If 34 millimeters. No wonder it's only $1,500.
Right.
Tudor Royal.
A Tudor Royal. Okay. That seems to be a Marmite watch. People either really love it or they really don't like it.
Yeah, and of course, I went and looked at a couple, other places around here have it. They still seem to think that they're all it's basically meant for Asia, even though Tudor is. I've heard reports saying no, they're going to start shipping them over here.
Yeah, I mean, supposedly that they are on their way over here. So
nice. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you like the looks and are into getting a less expensive alternative to a date.
Exactly. In steel at that.
Yeah, right. In steel.
Well, it depends. I'm gonna have to look over. I might have to kind of look over some of what I thought were no-name vintage chronographs and see what they're going for Pete's sake.
Yeah, why not?
Well, then again, I guess people have been saying that their day is coming, and I guess maybe even though I guess I'm just surprised that their day might have come. Especially if it's like classic Panda or reverse Panda dial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think you need to do, because you don't even know how many watches you have. So you need to start going through some of that, some of
I've
your
got a
vintage
couple.
stuff.
I've got a couple boxes.
Man.
I hear you, design. I hear you, man.
Yeah, I'm always saving.
That's the name of the game.
Yep.
Unless you're
Yep.
independently wealthy. That's the name of the game.
Now, Rick, he didn't mean anything by that.
Hey, you know what? God bless the people that are and that have,
Yeah.
like Rick, who has a fantastic collection.
He has a fantastic collection, and
Tip my hat to him.
Yeah, and he's a genuine enthusiast.
Yep.
That's why I like it. Someone. Yeah. Now, Rick, if you weren't a good guy, I would really hate your guts.
Rick's good people though. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I can't. He's just too nice of a guy. Yeah. I can't even really give him a wholehearted "you suck," which is uniformly acknowledged as being a sign of respect to one collector to another for a outstanding pickup.
Yep. For sure.
But I don't know. Of course, when you think about it, the Pandas, like late 50s, 60s. But sometimes, like if you get like an older one, like a white dial, sometimes what I think is really interesting is a white dial chronograph, vintage. It's in really good shape, and they've got printed dials, but like 2 or 3 different colors of print. Like one scale's in blue and the other one's in red. I love those. Also, what's also really rare is ones that are where the scales are printed out in miles per hour rather than kilometers.
Right.
Mhm.
Because it was pretty much meant for the American market by the time, even at that time.
And I want to get at some point. I want to get a chronograph with without a tachometer, but with a telemeter
or a pulsation dial,
or a pulsation dial, something different.
You still got the Doxa, Bruce?
Oh yeah, love that watch.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great.
I'll start checking those out. Well, we're coming up in an hour. Have we run? Oh, sorry. Never mind. Watch life. This is your.
Yeah, it's not your.
You can guess. I mean, if you want to keep talking, I can keep going for a little bit, but that's up to you guys.
To you, man.
Well, I'm worried if we have Thomas on, then that'll start eating into what he's going to share on Sunday.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
He really is.
Yeah,
he really is.
I don't know where he finds the stuff, but he comes up with stuff every week.
Well, now, you know what I think would
interesting things, not just crap, but really interesting stuff, different.
You know, I think would make a really, really great addition to it.
What's that?
What's on the wrist? Because our boy Rich, he is so plugged in to the to new watchmakers.
Yep, he certainly is. He certainly is.
Enthusiast.
You watched Rich, right, Chris?
Yeah,
he's great.
Yeah, I think I've seen him before.
Yeah,
but
what's on the wrist? Great channel.
The trouble, though, it's just like I wonder though how well you can be objective, and if you start showing preference to a brand or design, does that keep other people? Does that keep other brands from saying, "Oh, well, he's in love with them. Screw them."
Right. Well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there a Foudrillon under 10K? Not one that crops up into my mind.
Okay, now I'm looking. I have no idea what the hell that is.
That's the like sixth of a second chronograph.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or tenth of a second. That's a Foudrillon.
Foudrillon.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why isn't it spelled PH?
Because we're not on that other channel.
Okay. I'd have to look it up. I got nothing offhand, since I really don't know. Since I didn't know what the hell you were talking about until 2 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know myself.
Yeah. Not for the librarian market. Yeah. Thomas is a trooper. To quote Flippin' Zippo.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. He's the Iron Man of the watch channels.
I actually think Watch Freaks might be a good idea for a channel.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Freaks. I might. Trouble is, I don't. Maybe I should go and just if I'm especially just live stream all the time. That might be a good channel to do it to. Because I want to keep Neil and Bob.
Whatever happened with that one? I hadn't seen any more on that one.
Maybe that might be a good. I just love the name too much.
Yeah, Zenith does have one. I wasn't sure if that was around the 10 grand mark.
That's true, and of course, there's a lot of value in Zenith right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a great brand.
Yeah, just like you guys were talking the other day, they've done a lot of great stuff lately. The last couple of years, since I guess Bevier, which he doesn't really run it anymore, does he? He's kind of semi-retired, but once he was at the helm, I think he was one of the forces behind that.
Yep, and I kind of wonder who.
But there's some great value in Zenith. I don't know, a couple of years ago, Clyve had found on Crown and Caliber, there was a gold, 18 karat gold Zenith Elite, beautiful dress watch, decent size. It was I think it was either 38 or 40 mil, and it was $4 grand for a solid gold watch.
That's not bad.
Modern size, modern movement.
Yeah.
Respected manufacturer. Yeah, and it just
and beautiful
watch at that.
Yep.
Definitely.
So there are deals out there. You just got to dig.
True, but that's a couple of years ago. I wonder if you could find them now.
Yeah.
See, I wonder if people watch my the 3 people who watch my channel went out and bought them.
Oh, come on. Don't be so modest, Clyve. There's at least 5 people that watch your channel.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh. Yeah, and I think I'll also have to go on. I'll also have to get on Chrono 24 and just look for Gallet. Here's also one of the things that's kind of nice. You can also case material. I think you can also look up size as well.
What about like Watch Recon?
Dial, functional, movement, thickness. They have everything except size, I think, offhand. Lug width, basic. Oh, wow. Screw it. Oh, case diameter. Its own separate little button. Okay. Derp. Oh, wow. All right. So let's just choose 35 and up in the U.S.
You still haven't taken the bluesy off, Bruce?
You know, I put on the Mitchell Raider in the morning. Then yesterday I was wearing my Speedy for about half the day, and it just the bluesy calls. I'm like, yeah, I just got to put it back on. So it's gotten 95% of my wrist time.
Thomas is asking what would be my perfect Rolex goal, because I'm on the live stream with 2 Rolex fans. There for a while I was wanting the Explorer, but believe it or not, the Explorer 2, the Polar, has actually been calling me more.
That's such a great watch, Chris.
It's the orange hand and like the blue, isn't it like blue loom?
Mm-hmm.
Blue Loom. I heard.
I tried one of those on too, and the AD had a used one, but I think I sent Clyve a picture the one time I tried it on. They had it in their vault, of course, but it fits me pretty good. So that would be one of them. Probably would be the Polar Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I see. I understand.
Wrong channel.
Sorry. Multicron 45 stainless steel.
Getting back to slats, man. I was just briefly taking a look on Chrono 24. Gerard Perregaux has some Foudrions. Anywhere from 10 to 15, 16, 17. I know Hublot has some, but I don't know how much they run.
Slats man is saying a white Dow Milgauss. I do like the white Dows. I think Rick, if he's still in the comments, I think don't you have one, Rick? With the orange chain?
And Clyde had one.
Who where one?
White Dow Milgauss.
Oh yeah.
Nice looking watch.
And they don't scream Rolex either.
Correct.
No, they scream gay. Oh wow!
But the Explorer 2 is an amazing watch. I can't recommend it enough.
Definitely. I remember talking to Clyve a bit back. I remember like 2 years ago you could pick up the 40 mil for what, like $4,500 or cheaper.
Yep, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
For how much?
Like 4.5, somewhere around thereabouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I picked mine up for like maybe a little under 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nick J. The Milgauss are great. When I'm partial to either the plain black, not the GV, or the white dial.
Well,
Thomas has a Z blue and he loves it.
Well, and the thing is, yeah, it's different strokes for different folks. I mean, I actually tried on the Z Blue and put it on my wrist and just sat there and just looked at it for a second. And then after 30 seconds, I thought, this dial would get awfully old for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hurry.
It's not for everybody.
Right. And I'm not saying the watch is a piece of shit and so is your face. There's a difference. Right. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yep.
And so I looked at one Gilliam Chrono 24, and nice looking piece, very, very, definitely very 70s, but like $4,000, and it just looks like any other like old vintage chronograph, or no, $3,200, but that's still,
yeah. Was it 2-register chrono?
Yep, 2-register even, for Pete's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. 39 millimeters, which is really oversized.
Right, for vintage, that's big.
Yeah.
The chrono gods have smiled upon it. It has a Valjoux 7733.
Nice.
Now, one of the things I've got some older chronographs with a Venus, and it's at 12, the 2 registers, but they're at 12 and 6. And that's kind of nice, just for something off the beaten path.
Right.
Flippin is saying he never told us that the Datejust 41 he tried on was $6,800 US. May have been short a link or two. That's not that bad of a price for 41, is it?
No, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good price, Flippin, to be honest with you. So you have to buy a link or two.
Wesley's saying his wife loves the Z Blue. He's partial to the black.
To the black GV. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hey, well, that's why Rolex made a bunch of different flavors.
Yep.
Because everybody's different.
Black one. He said Nick's saying he has the black one. He wants to get the blue one too. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and if that's your thing, if that's what really makes you
no one
Yeah.
You could have a whole little
Yeah,
mini
if you wanna-
collection of just Milgauses, the different colors.
Yeah.
That'd
Actually,
be an awesome collection.
until you start leaving the modern ones, going for the older ones, then it get expensive pretty quick.
Right.
Yeah. You know what's actually been I've really been leaning towards for a diver lately is the CQ. I really like those.
Mm-hmm.
The Glasuta.
It's a beautiful watch.
Very much, yeah, very much. It is. To me, it looks like it's straight out of the '60s.
And it's definitely one you have to buy at a discount too. Don't buy it retail because they're probably gonna tank in the secondary market, aren't they?
Yeah, and they're an expensive watch.
They're expensive watch, but right now, I mean, we're getting ice storms in the south in October. I mean, I don't know if anything makes any sense anymore.
It is 2020.
Yeah.
Hey, how about this? My Cleveland Browns. You know it's 2020. My Cleveland Browns have a winning season.
Wow. Yep.
And then Thomas is saying, Clyve, he's been checking out Galilees. Are they mainly chronographs?
A lot of them are. That's what they're kind of known for. Rick has a cool white one with an orange rubber strap. I presume he means Milgauss.
Yeah.
I believe that's what he's talking about.
Though theoretically, it could mean any watch. All right. Well, I tell you what, Chris, thanks for having me on. It's been a nice time.
Yeah,
And,
thanks for coming on, guys.
Now,
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Are we going to? Okay.
So
Now, do you Lucy shirt?
Yeah.
You think we should? Just one night?
Sure. Especially he's going to be so depressing and go on and on and on about other stuff. But what's your horological mother up to? Can you make pop on and rub the mug?
Oh, God, I hope not. No. See, what I found out, the thing is, usually, if I go on in the after this time and say, "Hey, what you doing tonight?" that he almost takes that to clue and he starts checking Archie's page.
Mm-hmm.
This time, I'm not going to call my horological mother. But then again, he did. Then again, he I think he kind of got a bug up his butt and checked him towards the end last time. But in a way, though, that kind of. But even if he does, even if we come on, then that kind of gets a point across that Mark's really the pawn if you're not. All right. Well, if you're going to make it.
True.
Sagamore Hills. Why does that sound familiar? Where is
Well, because Sagamore Hill is Teddy Roosevelt's summer home on Long Island in Oyster Bay, not too far from me.
Oh, yeah. I've been watching a ton of documentaries about, Actually, they did a bunch of work to Sagamore Hill. They said apparently that was the only house that was ever in his name.
Correct. Yeah.
And basically, all of these landmarks, there's years back, it's like, the roof is leaking, and they did some checking and said, oh, shit.
Yeah. It's if you're ever in the neighborhood, it's definitely a worthwhile tour to take. It's a very, very cool place.
Now, is he buried there, or is he buried in a cemetery somewhere?
Yeah, no, I forget where he's buried. He's not buried there.
Now, I actually saw like epic rap battles: Teddy Roosevelt versus Winston Churchill.
Mm-hmm. Two great men.
Yep, it was also an epic rap battle. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm not going to call my mother, and we'll just hang out in the background and talk to him.
Sure. Yes. Good oysters from Oyster Bay, Hansi. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
The one wonders that almost sounds like, oh crap, Red Lobster, doesn't it?
Nah, but it's the Oyster Bay is known for its clams and oysters.
Well, I'd hope to be known for their oysters. At least one time. I don't know if he's being serious or not. You think Fanny Bay would be like outside of Pattaya or something,
Mm-hmm. Vintage Hoyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are. But the thing is, okay, let me change the avatar real quick.
I like a lot of the vintage Hoyers. They look pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Put me on, if you don't mind making me big.
Okay, let me see.
I'll leave you two guys alone if you'd like.
Hey. No, you're going to sit there and watch whether you like it or not.
All right,
Also,
let me
Hope and Pal.
see if I can do this. Why is it not
It's
letting
on the
me?
upper left hand. It's on the upper left-hand corner of my square.
Okay, I see it. There you
Okay.
go.
And now who was asking about Hoyer?
Orange Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Hand. The thing is, some Hoyers, it's just like Rolex. Well, no, it's not nearly as bad as Rolex. I take that back. Everyone's looking for the Octavia and the Carrera, but if you go back a little bit earlier, they're also like you can find some great chronographs at some really affordable. I mean, at some really competitive, affordable prices. The thing is, and if you're looking, if they call it a pre-Carrera run, that means they're overpricing it. Thanks. And mine was made from 1936 to 1946, and I think it has like I think it's got a Value 22 in it.
Mm.
And yeah, I think I've had it before. I've taken it and I've just basically held it out to the side and wound it, and you just hear the click, 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 the clicketiness of the. It is a joy to wind that watch.
Cool.
Nice.
What size is it?
It's like 37. It's a big.
Okay, that's a decent size then.
Yeah,
for back
that's
then.
not bad.
Yep. Of course,
cool.
you know, Dell has a little wear on it. Of course, what happens a lot of times is that, and sometimes loom falls out of a hand
Mm-hmm.
and burns it, and you got to be real. I mean, some people will take something like that, and it's the only thing you want to do to like a vintage watch face is at the very most maybe a very, very light brushing or using small amounts of compressed air. A lot of times you get someone that's inexperienced and they'll try to clean the dial and they'll completely wreck the character of the watch.
Right.
All right, so we're going to go and conspire.
Sure, why not?
Well, here's the way I think of it. Now, of course, Blue Shirt, if you want to go on, I understand.
That's all right.
We know Lewis or we know
ABC.
ABC. Wait, is ABC on the channel? Is he with us?
No, not that I see.
I haven't seen him in the comments today.
Okay. I found some nice, 60 Carrera and Chrono 24, 5.6K. Compared to Rolex or even Omega, that seems like a steal. Yeah, and the reason why they're relatively inexpensive right now is that back in the day they were more popular than Daytonas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
nobody wanted Daytonas back in the day. Nobody.
Yeah, Hoyer was known as the chronograph guys.
Right.
So yeah. All right, good to catch part of the show. Flipping, I'll definitely see you on Sunday, if not before.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Flippin's the man.
All right. Change my avatar one last time because we're done talking about that topic.
You're right.
Whoops, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Right.
you may not want to keep that one on. There you go.
My bad. Hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
There we go.
You guys didn't see anything.
You did not see anything.
Rick just messaged me a link of I'll have to forward it to you, Clyve. He just messaged me a link of the Kadoki 2 by Stefan Kadoki. I'll have to try to forward you the link here once we get off, Clyve.
Yeah, the new green dial. Boy, it really, I looked at it on monochrome watches. That green dial sets it up nicely.
Kadoki's really cool.
Yep.
All right, Flip, and we'll catch you later, bud.
Yeah, see you, buddy.
Take care. All All right. Well, Chris, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Go ahead
Really
and,
appreciate it.
Call it a day, and thanks to everybody for joining in on the chat.
Yep.
Just out.
See everybody later.
And